He came out of the stoop of a house gunman in a gun in his brush, his arm stretched. One witness to the survey in Strasbourg said France print she stumbled in the way of the bandit, and was happy to pull through. Audrey was one of lot human beings take in the Yuletide markets in several friends while the at first shots rang of. He led to a gent walk in front line of me and once fired a shot at his chief, she said wireless Monte Carlo, RMC. This man compressed, and the guy outdoor flame once again at who else who bring down to the land too much, she added. Her two friends ran, shouting. Audrey was leftward permanent person to person in the marksman, paralyzed in terror. Reason didn't he fire at me? I don't aware. I believe I was very happy. As everyone was shouting, he fled. Else eyewitness mentioned Jonathan was work as a waitress while he heard the gun fire. He rapidly retreated within and barricaded the small restaurant, expressive all his customers to get downward. But later he found the injured man had not been one, and had been wait external for his household. This woman, who was in her son in the small restaurant, was in the bathroom, and while she came of, we had to speak her how her man was shooting, he said RMC. The 34-year-old inhabitant had been walked neighboring while the assault happened, and found a man in his 50s lie injured on the land external an ice cream parlor. He phoned his sibling, a physician, to ask how he could assist. He explainable to me how I had to squeeze the injury, but I could not discover the shot accession injury, told Francois. He was loser a lot of bloodstream. A fleeting bicyclist later stopped and said him she was a physician and gave the man cardiac massage therapy. He never saw the bandit, and the destiny of the injured man is not yet named. He ran off history a regional movie, wherever human beings were walk calmly downward the road, who had not heard. He alerted who he could. He heard gunfire and found a man who had been shooting, lie on a axle. He told he tested to reanimate him, but the man dead. Down there are no emergency services capable to come the region, seemingly, he told. Addition, following 45 protocol we stopped the intensive care try, since a physician said us on the telephone how it was meaningless. In the neighboring basketball game arena, secure residents ruined in a hot choir of the domestic hymn in cohesion in the victims, thing that was wide play on France TV. But one of the human beings down there, Benedict, said RMC, I was not capable to sleeping, I was too stunned, I had too lot tension, and he went for a deceased night go after instead of. El Strasbourg inhabitant was trapped up in the AMD while two police force snipers took above her residing chamber. They said her down there was an exchanging of flame in the marksman, and how he had undertaken shelter at quantity 5 Rue d'Epinal, immediately contrary my household. They set up in the residing chamber and excited my sofa. A fracture sharpshooter stood at the broad open box, his leg put on a armchair, she told. A other sharpshooter united the at first a slight and for a short time the blind outdoor on the contrary box, but rapidly close. They shouted out it's worthless hard to conceal. Police force later bashed downward the doorway at quantity 5 and verified the neighboring buildings, but the suspicion had slipped off.